Hey YouTube, Luke here, and I'm doing the weekend report, for the Yu-Gi-Oh again, like I do every other week. Yeah, it was another good tourney. I got the win in the end. It's more like a petty win, but I'll get into that a bit later. As I ran the Atlantean Mermails again this week. Might try Dino Rabbit next week. The Macro Rabbit deck. I might give that a try. Yeah, these have been fun to use, and they've been very good. So I'll get on to it anyway. There's only 4 rounds again. Though there's a good chance they're gonna push it up a lot more because we're getting a lot of people there. We're getting more than 20 now. We probably will be getting more than 20 eventually. We had 19 today actually, but we'll probably get more. And in the first round, I actually had the bye. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed about that actually, because I don't like sitting around. I think I'm like everyone else. I'd like to at least play, even if you lose. Doesn't matter. At least you actually got to play rather than just stand around and do nothing or just watch other people. Well, that's just how it turned out anyway. In round 2, I played against Gladiator Beasts, and it was a pretty tough duel. Both times was pretty tough. Getting around Heraklinos was kind of hard. He did use the effect a couple of times to negate some of my stuff. In the end, I had to summon a Genix Undyne and send heavy artillery to the graveyard to destroy it. Heavy infantry, there we go. I thought I got that, spelled that wrong, or pronounced it wrong or whatever. But that's how in the first game. In the second game, I managed to get 2 Megalos on the field, and I summoned him and took the opponent's Gauze. I was able to do that. Actually, in the first game, actually, I did that. The second game was actually I managed to control the field. I had a Catasta on the field, and he was a bit low on cards. He always had monsters, but I was just attacking with whatever monster I could, and then attack with a Catasta, in case it was like a Hoplimus or something else I couldn't beat. But I was able, Catasta basically won it for me, and that one, and I won that one. And then the next game, it was whether I used the 2 Megalos to form Big Eye and take his Gauze, and I think I summoned him later, might have, can't remember. Now for round 3. I played against my friend Adam. He was running the Macro Rabbit, and first game was pretty tough because he did hit Macro Cosmos. So I had a Tragodia, which basically was saving me at the time. That's all that did save me. Though 3 turns later, I think about 3 turns later, I got an MST, and I was able to get rid of the Macro, and then I used Megalo's effect. I discarded both a marksman and infantry to pop 2 of his cards, and had that. And Tragodias, they were really good. That helped me win the first game. The second game, he got a bit unlucky. He just basically dead drew. I remember the first turn he set a monster. I wasn't able to do too much. I set a sphere and a torrential. He summoned a Cabazor's torrential. His face down was actually another Cabazor's, and other than that, he only had spell and trap cards. Actually, he summoned another Cabazor's or Sabersaurus, and I summoned Gauze, and he only had spell and trap cards. And unfortunately, he scooped a couple of turns later because he just unlucky. That happens with Rabbit. You could just get a bit unlucky. It was like that with me in Brisbane. I just yeah, didn't have much. I mean, he wasn't hitting rabbits all day. That's the problem. Like, he didn't hit rabbit, like, basically all day. He was just having one of them bad days. He actually still went 3-1. But he almost never got to summon a rabbit. Tour Guide was fine. He did that in the first game, actually. He summoned Tour Guide the first game. He summoned Leviathan Dragon. I Mirror Forced it in the end. But, yeah, he had no problem with Tour Guides. But the rabbit part, unfortunately, it wasn't quite working for him today. Anyway, that was round 3 gone, and in round 4 I was up against 6 Sam. Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, as always is. And first game I was able to control basically from the start. He just summoned a bunch of monsters like Torrential, and then I had him on the field, and that controlled. Yeah, and that was basically it. Next game, he beat me in 2 turns. He just absolutely ran wild on me. Yeah, you got the gateway on the field. You got that. Oh, I forget what it was called. Anyway, when every time you send it to the graveyard for each pseudo counter on it, you add one from your deck to your hand. That thing, it was like almost like a second gateway, basically. But he in the end, he had he had 2 keys. He had the Kazan. He had another one. He had Shien. He had the Exceed Shien. And another one named Mizuhu or something like that. I can't remember. And yeah, he just beat me 1 turn. Yeah, basically, it was like second turn of the match. Yeah, he set up the first turn. I had a couple of chances. Like I didn't. If I had if I had a spell card, maybe I would have had a chance because I actually had a Dark Hole in hand. But the only other spell card I had in the hand was a Salvage. I couldn't use it, and he actually popped my Mirror Force, unfortunately, which is I got a bit unlucky there because I could have chained. I could have used the Mirror Force and then chained that, and I would have got the Soromias. I don't think Shein couldn't have stopped that because I've chained. So Shein would have only negated that. But yeah, that was oh well, that happens. But in the third game, this card won it for me. Max C. I got that first turn. I mean, the first play I did was Undyne, and I sent Dragoons to the graveyard. I added that to my hand as well as the controller. And basically, he probably could have done the same thing he did. Yeah, in game 2, because he had Gateway on the field. He had a Kazan, and he had the other stuff. I'm pretty sure he did. And basically, he just didn't want me drawing too many cards. Actually, I did draw 3 cards in the end of that turn, but he could have done the same thing he did. Obviously, yeah, I would have had a hell of a lot of cards in hand. That would have been for sure. Next turn, I summoned a Spike. I sent a Water Monster. I summoned this guy. I sent the 2 cards in hands to the graveyard. I summoned him. And next turn, unfortunately that was a game. And next turn he just got that Bushido thing again, and I just went Diva, Marksman. Marksman attacks, brings Dragoons to the field and all them, and that's game. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't this card here, Eyeside deck, and it was good. It was pretty good for me. Actually, yeah, I remember in the second round against the Gladiator Beast, I actually used that quite a bit as well. I remember 2 turns specifically I used that. Anyway, in the end, now as I said, it was a bit of a pity win. What happened was we had 3 people on 3-0 after round 3. I was one of them because I had the bye and then 2 wins. Then I won that one. And Jeff, the guy, we played at Jeff's house, and he was on the same as me. Yeah, we were both 4-0. And he actually rearranged it and gave me the top spot instead himself. He's just a nice guy. And yeah, so I don't have any boosters today, but the prize was this secret rare Blackluster Soldier. That's what I got for winning, or for my pity win or whatever. But yeah, he actually got he pulled a secret rescue rabbit. So he actually so maybe karma does work actually. He let me, gave me this, and then he gets this secret rescue rabbit from his booster pack that he chose from his prize. So that was pretty cool, seeing that getting pulled. Yeah. Anyway, that will do for now. I'll do a deck profile of this tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. I mean, it's a long trip there. It's like hour just to get there and an hour back, and I didn't get sunburnt badly today like last time. I mean, it was extremely hot there. Yeah, I had sun cream on me and everything, so I was pretty fine. Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and I'll have more uploads soon.